over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Passing. It's Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Young leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. JoJo Natson back deep. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Like 20. What we got? What we got? What we got?
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. John Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Dalton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here you go, 368.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Open man is Uzama. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Andy Dalton. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler Eric Weddle. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hold on. Check.
3rd and long. It's gone. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The 4-time All-Pro, Johnny Hecker, is on to punt for L.A. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Cut. 2-2. Move.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go. Do it.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Push him back. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
7-7, our score after one.
Go tonight. Like 20.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Another try on second down with Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 31, check 31.
A shotgun snap for Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hands up, ladies. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Stop.
Dalton, 1st and 10. On the screen, Bernard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. That was on the veteran Cordy Glenn.
Get ready, get ready. Hot, hot, ladies! Coming to you, coming to you. 93, 52, 93, hot.
From midfield here, Dalton. Open man is Cameron Batson. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
50.
Ladies!
I got it.
Hey!
58.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And he fires one, but incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
7-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Run. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for a Ram.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
7-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I smell fear in that offense.
Now Goff on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. After the sack on first down, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, come on.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now gone. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check three. Maverick.
From the 50, it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
That's it, baby.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Hands up, lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. So Dalton now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch the shit. Switch it.
This is Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check three.
Dalton gives to Bernard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Now Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton boards the target, and he has it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down. Check 13.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check.
368. Regular.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. He's going to float. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lights 57 is right.
Oh, you got deep?
11.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Dalton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 1st down throw, gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, but it'll be 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd and 10. Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, baby. 24.
Here's Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A draw play. Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
42-yard line.
Hands up. Lady.
Mike 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Dalton here from the gun. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Dalton now to pass. He's got his man, Boyd. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton. Open man as Uzama. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Littleton leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's good for 28 yards.
First down at the 47-yard line.
No. Hell you won.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's the way.
From the 44, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Henderson. Clayton Fedulum there on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Goff. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And now a fumble. The ball's out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
All right, here's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. He's back to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Yeah,
let's get sack lunch.
2-by-2. Move.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dalton wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Sometimes it comes down to one final play, a dramatic, dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go up and get it, Hail Mary, and sprint to the locker room with a victory that you didn't look like you were going to get.
That is the epitome of the highest high and the lowest low in the game of football.
32.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Cincinnati, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this